Okay, welcome to section 6.3. I'm going to do it in purple because these are the two postulate theorem corollary things that you got for this particular section. And I went ahead and wrote them out the way that I would write them. I know they're still long, but they're shorter than all the words they have in the book. So maybe this way you can save a little bit of time when you're doing your proofs later on. Three parallel lines cut by a transversal cuts all congruent segments. And then a midpoint of one side of a triangle and parallel to another side is the midpoint of the third side. So up here, when they go ahead and tell you you have parallel lines, which they told me, and that these two are congruent, that means it doesn't matter where we cut it at. They're not going to be congruent to this side necessarily, but they will be congruent to each other because it creates a midpoint between those two lines. So it doesn't matter if I go this way really, really far out. This one right here, this section, is going to be the same as that section. Or if I go really, really up close. As long as it's the same transversal, that works. Down here, it has to start at a midpoint. So they're going to have to tell you that this is the midpoint. And it has to be parallel to another side. That means that this will have to be the midpoint of this side. Doesn't mean that it's the same as that, just that these have to be the same as each other. Same basic principle as that was up there. So, normally I tell you to do this for classwork, but it's not classwork. This is what we're going to go over, and then I'm going to give you your own classwork. So if they gave us this figure up here, and they tell you that AB, that's this one, is parallel to that one, which it looks like it, so I'm not going to bother marking it, that DE is parallel to AC, and that DF, this one, is parallel to BC. All that looks okay, so I'm not going to mark them because it takes up a lot of space and time. I'm just going to let it go for right now. AD is equal to DB is equal to 6. That means both of those are going to be 6. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that up here. And then it says BE is x plus 3. And BC is 4x minus 2. That's that big one. And FC is 2x. Well, we know that since they're all parallel with the opposite sides, since these two are congruent, then this one, starting here and going to there, has to be the midpoint over here. So this side is equal to that side. So this must be x plus 3 too. Which means that 4x minus 2 has to equal x plus 3 plus x plus 3. 2x plus 6 leaves me with 2x on that side, moving my 2 over, leaves me with 8 on that side, so x is equal to 4. Which means this side must really be 8, which makes this one 8. Because if these are congruent and that's parallel, that means that those have to be congruent. So if this is 8 and 8, this side up here must be 7 and 7. And they want us to find the perimeter of ABC. Ooh, we can't do this because we didn't get any of those sides. Huh. That's why the book didn't ask for that. I was just throwing it out there. You can't really do that one. That's all right. Works for me. So this side is a total of 12. 7 plus 7 is a total of 14. And then 8 plus 8 is a total of 16. That gives me 30. 42 is my perimeter. Because there's nothing that says that this is half of that. Yeah. So, you ready for your homework and classwork? I know that you are. Back to the blue, because you know, TARDIS and all. Page would be good. Page 230. Classwork. Numbers 1, 5, 9, and 13. And then homework. Numbers 3, 7, 11, and 17. All the answers are in the back of the book because these all come from the practice exercises. They're all back there. You may have a small question about 17, but you know I'm available if you do. And I'll see you a long time from now. But you'll see me the next time you have class. Bye.